All right, guys, what is happening? This is the Club of the Man 1993 coming at you for my, it's kind of late, which I apologize, but my live review of this week's episode of NXT, the July 18th, 2018 edition of NXT that, of course, took place at Full Sail University. As always, again, I apologize. This review is kind of coming a day late. As I mentioned on Tuesday night, I went on just a short little 2-day getaway with my family. It's like the eastern side of PA. Well, more so to the central side of PA. It was fun. Did some sightseeing and whatnot, exploring. Went swimming. Just had a little bit of fun. So I'm back again, of course. But of course, things for me still be busy a couple weeks because my sister being in town and we're just trying to do some activities. This is like my little vacation time, if you want to know what I mean for my summer. So my reviews are late at all or anything in the next couple weeks. That is why, and I do apologize. But I got home probably about I'd say about 2 hours ago, and I caught up on NXT. And then on my special live stream, which I may do it tonight, or I may wait till tomorrow because I really haven't sat down and really looked at any of the topics, see what I can come up with. So I'll look at some after I do this stream, see what I can come up with. If I feel I'm not prepared, I'll wait till tomorrow night. If not, I will go live later on tonight again for that as well. But let's get into this review of NXT. Overall, I'll be real and say this week's episode of NXT was not awful, but it wasn't one of my favorite episodes we've seen in a while. Matches were okay. What really made me lean a little more towards making this show a little bit higher of a grade than I originally was going to give it. Is the video package and the promo they had before the main event with War Raiders and Velveteen Dream, and I also really the main event we had. Was better than I definitely expected it to be. I didn't expect it to be bad, but I didn't expect it to be anything that's going to knock my socks off at that. But I thought it was a really great triple threat match, and really made some of the people Candice LeRae look a lot stronger. She's still kind of new. I'll give it the fact that she just she has the underdog babyface character in her, but I still wanted time to see her develop and whatnot. I think I saw it happen in that match as well. So with that, I kind of upped my grade a little bit. I'll give you my grade, of course, towards the end of this review. But without further ado, let's get started. First, checking with the live chat. We have Dakota. Are they turning Ono heel? I don't know. I'll get into that shortly. Also, he was on the show, and don't read the W notification. I did not because I don't want to be spoiled. How was your trip? It's pretty good. He's using Keith Lee on 2K18. Nice. EC3 turn face. Seems like he's more of a face right now, and he did take a picture of the fan. And Dream is the heel in the feud. So it seems like B-Pack is going to SmackDown Live when he loses the title. Who's B-Pack? Or are you saying Black? If Aleister does go to SmackDown Live when he does lose the title, what about him feuding with Orton? With there's this new with the heel Randy Orton coming back. I feel like him and Aleister Black's character. I think they two could play basketball together. So how about an Aleister Black and Randy Orton feud? Would go pretty good. I feel. Brooklyn or wherever he loses it because SmackDown needs faces. Yeah, again, if they want to put a top baby face on SmackDown, go with Aleister Black. Put him on SmackDown Live. Have him feud with Orton. If he wins the U.S. title or something like that off Shinsuke or Jeff, if the rumors are true about Jeff being out of action for a while, maybe Aleister and Orton can feud for the U.S. title or something. Maybe we'll have to wait and see. But I think that would definitely be a great feud for Aleister Black up on the main roster. But yeah, keep your stuff coming in the live chat, Dakota. Let's get to it because there's a couple things he said in the live chat that I definitely want to wait till address what he got to that spot in the review. We open up with a memorial graphic again for Masa Saito. Hype also for the triple threat, which the triple threat we got in the main event was supposed to be a fatal four-way between Kairi Sane, Nikki Cross, Candice LeRae, and Bianca Belair. But apparently, I don't know if it was storyline wise or she really was injured or something like that. But Bianca Belair was not medically cleared to compete for the match, so it was going to be a triple threat match between Kairi Sane, Nikki Cross, and Candice LeRae. We hyped that later on tonight. The first match we had was Dakota Kai taking on Lacey Evans. This match is all right. It's kind of slow. I get it. It's Lacey Evans, being a heel and, her thinking that, all these women are, nothing compared to her, whatnot. Somewhat taken in for granted, it kind of seems like, in my opinion. My thing though is she still has been losing matches. Like she won one match in her feud with Kairi Sane, and maybe another one here and there that I may have not forgotten. But I don't know. It's like the match seemed like a little slow. I was hoping for Lacey to be a little bit more aggressive when she was in the match. It did pick up towards the end, but most of the match it was just Lacey just taking it easy on Kyrie, like treating her like she's some type of joke, which is probably supposed to come across. But I would rather see a little bit more of an aggressive side, a little more smarter, not just as like a laid back, heel fighting, someone like Dakota Kai. Yes, it's still being built like an underdog babyface, and I still personally want to see her dethrone Shayna Baszler eventually. But a couple of situations I'd be cool with also. But I don't know, it's like this match it was just okay. I wasn't really too crazy about it. Dakota got some offense in with her kicking, her kicks, and of course in there as well. I like how she kind of like runs like a 90-degree angle around like around the ropes to get her kicks in and whatnot. But then eventually just a women's right knocked out Dakota Kai to give Lacey Evans a victory. I keep saying it's like, Lacey Evans is all right, but I'm not completely that sold on her yet. So, I mean, I was kind of being a little bit more sold on her after that second match she had with Kairi Sane in their feud they had on NXT. I saw more of an aggressive side coming out of her. I don't know. This match kind of just like, lowered my, my what we're trying to say, like, my interest in Lacey Evans. I mean, I don't hate her, but it's like something's missing still, I feel, when it comes to Lacey Evans. I mean, she gets a win here, cool. I just need to see something else, though, from her, in my honest opinion. But Lacey gets the win with the women's right, afterwards she just grabs, Dakota by the hair and starts, yelling some stuff in her ear. Didn't know what the heck she was saying. But we got that. We then had Kathy Kelly interviewing Ricochet about his issues with the Undisputed Era. He says he doesn't like Roderick Strong and Kyle O'Reilly, but respects us fighting champions. But unfortunately, Adam Cole is not, because he's been hiding behind the North American title and his faction mates ever since he won that championship. Ricochet almost won the title at TakeOver New Orleans, and he claims he'll get his hands on Cole again because he also recently he hid behind his his tag mates of his tag mates Roderick Strong and Kyle O'Reilly. Well, whenever Bobby Fish goes back to them, also in a match recently when he appeared in a 6-man tag match with Mustache Mountain to defeat, to lose to the Undisputed Era. So he's pretty much saying he's going to get his hands on Cole again eventually, and he's going after the NXT North American Championship. So it looks like we're probably getting a feud here with Adam Cole and Ricochet. I'd like to see it, definitely. I think Ricochet is still one of the hottest acts, on NXT also. So, probably he's not going to be in the title, the NXT Championship picture yet. But, I'm sure, him having a run with the NXT North American Championship, if he wins it off of Cole, would be a good way to go as well. So it looks like we're getting that feud going on. We had a video with the Street Profits playing basketball and training and discussing how they owe TM61. We have EC3 walking through a hotel lobby, reminding us how Velveteen Dream abandoned him in London. And he stops to take a selfie with a fan, gives his new shirt to another, and he happens to run to Kona Reeves, and he runs down all the stuff EC3 is rocking, which isn't the finest, pretty much. And EC3 gets it, and if Kona wants to prove he's the finest, they should just fight. So at first Kona backs down, but he agrees after EC3 walks away. He's like, we could have been the finest of friends, though, pretty much after he walks away. But I don't think that's going to happen. And as Kona said, at first it sounded they were going towards a heel direction, EC3, but now it feels like he's more of a baby face for now. But I'm not going to do a turn on him because he never fully was a heel at one point. He always seemed like it was some type of like a baby face, but a little cocky at some point. So I guess we're seeing a babyface EC3 pretty much, even though I know eventually he could probably be a pretty good heel. Here's Ricochet's going to win a North American title at TakeOver Brooklyn, which I'm cool with that. Is North American Championship like the U.S. Championship on SmackDown Live and the U.K. title, like the IC title? I guess you can put it that way pretty much. He gets to see LeRae dethroning Baszler because of all the time she's assaulted her. I could possibly see that also, especially also if, if the rumors are apparently that there may the NXT Championship match may be a triple threat match at TakeOver Brooklyn, which I still don't see Johnny winning it. But what if both Johnny and Candice win the championship at Takeover War Games 2? That could be a possibility also me again. I still want to see, the whole thing with Dakota Kai and Shayna Baszler. I want to see Dakota Kai overcome Shayna Baszler. But again, I'm fine with Candice LeRae winning the championship also off of her eventually. Would you like to see a Cena versus Elias feud, a Cena versus Lashley feud, Cena versus Joe feud, or a Cena versus Dream feud, or a Cena versus Ricochet feud, Cena versus EC3, Cena versus Black feud? Which one would you want? They all sound pretty good. Cena versus Elias on a B-show pay-per-view, probably. Cena versus Lashley, maybe. We kind of got in 2007, though, but we'll see what they can do today. Cena versus Joe, WrestleMania match. That's WrestleMania match. Cena versus Velveteen Dream, yes. Cena and Ricochet would be pretty good. Cena and EC3, yeah, not bad. Cena and Black wouldn't be bad also. I'd say the one I probably want to see the most out of all of those is probably Cena versus Joe, I'd say. Yeah, Ciampa and Black is next Wednesday. And do you think instead of doing 205 Live at SmackDown on an hour before NXT would be better? They want to do both of them on Wednesday nights. I'd be cool with that. Just 2 hours of wrestling, of solid wrestling. So I wouldn't mind that at all, especially since they're both on the network. So why not go that way? Yep, got all that. We have a video package also of Tommaso Ciampa and Aleister Black's recent, encounters to hype us up for their NXT Championship match next week on NXT as well. So I definitely look forward to seeing what all goes down with that match next week as well. I'm not sure if we're going to get a repeat of what happened at when Gargano tried taking on Black for the championship a couple months ago, and then Ciampa beat him down. I don't know if we're gonna get that, but we'll wait and see. But I'm very interested to see what happened that next week. We had Cassius Ohno taking on, I think, Ricky Ramirez, something like that, some jobber. It was pretty much just a short little 6-second match where he knocked them out. It was just an elbow in like 6 seconds, and that was it. So I don't know if they are starting to lean towards more of a heel turn for Cassius Ohno, which I think it would work. I mean, he came back last year. He was been just like a babyface, crafty veteran, helping put over a lot of people in NXT, which I feel he doesn't really need anything to do anything else in NXT. But if they do want to polish him off as a little bit of a heel character for the main roster, go for it. I mean, I kind of got that vibe a little bit when the way he kind of stood over top of Ramirez after the match. So we could be getting that down the line with Ohno being a heel, which I'm kind of for that. We have the Undisputed Era backstage with their titles, and Bobby Fish is holding up their mini Dusty Rhodes Classic trophy. Cole asks if the fellows want to hear a joke, and he says Ricochet. He warns the man who didn't win the North American title WrestleMania weekend not to cross undisputed. They sign off, but poor Fish can't make. Of course, the hand signs while holding his little trophy, pretty much. So yeah, I don't know how long it was until Bobby Fish comes back. And when he comes back, I'm not sure. I wonder if they're going to kick someone out of the Undisputed Era or not, since Roderick Strong joined. But I think he'll work with 4. We get a little promo video package for the War Raiders, putting Hanson Rover as modern day Vikings, reigning NXT Tag Team Division. They show them teaming up from Progress and their plan to come to WWE and conquer. They also talked about Ray Rose 2014 motorcycle accident and comeback, which he wasn't supposed to live through that, but he did. He had to pretty much get his arm rebuilt and whatnot. And the best part was the best character intro and development duo having received since debuting. They destroyed the entire world, and now the war is here in NXT. So I guess maybe, I'm sure Mustache Mountain can get the rematch at TakeOver Brooklyn 4. So since the next pay-per-view afterwards is War Games, maybe we'll have War Raiders involved in some feud for like the War Games match at War Games 2, maybe. This is just a way to start hyping them up even more. So I'm down with that, but I don't know who their tag team partner would be, unless they do something like, the Undisputed Era, British Strong Style, which is Mustache Mountains, Trent Seven, Tyler Bate, and Pete Dunne, and War Raiders teaming up with Ricochet or something like that. Maybe a weird combination, but last year had Roderick Strong and AOP team up. Maybe they can go that way for War Games 2 eventually. We'll have to wait and see. We also have a video package for Velveteen Dream running down his accomplishments at all the takeovers since TakeOver War Games 1, and teases a new experience, which is probably going to be something with him and EC3. And then we had the triple threat main event match. It was, again, Kairi Sane, Nikki Cross, and Candice LeRae. The winner will face Shayna Baszler for the NXT Women's Championship, take over Brooklyn 4. Of course, Shayna Baszler came out, was on commentary, just saying how, she doesn't care, who she faces. This is going to be the same thing all the time. She's already had her history with Nikki Cross. She overcame her. She runs down, Candice LeRae's situation with her husband, saying how she wears the pants in the family. And of course, how, Kairi Sane beat her in Mae Young Classic, but she does have one victory over Kairi, so it is 1-1. Again, I didn't have too high expectations for this match, but I still thought it exceeded my expectations. I like the action there. I think, it also helped, make Candice LeRae look like a star as well. Again, I'm not saying I dislike Candice LeRae, but I thought, she still, had some polishing to do, definitely. I think this match made her even more of a bigger star than she was. Nikki Cross, of course, her facial expressions, getting excited about Shayna coming out there, whatnot. One of my favorite spots in the match was still where Nikki hit her swinging fisherman's neck breaker, where actually I think she calls it the purge, I think it is, on Shayna Baszler onto the floor. I mean, not Shayna, on Candice LeRae. She also kind of like slammed Candice into the steel on the ramp. Also, Candice took some pretty nasty bumps in this match, and Kairi Sane got some good action there as well. Of course, towards the end, Candice LeRae was about to pin Nikki Cross, hitting that whatever she calls her that it looks like Chris Jericho's lion saw, but she hit it twice in this match. Couldn't quite, get the pin on him. The count brought up twice, but the second time, Kairi Sane hit her insane flying elbow drop onto the back of the neck of Candice LeRae, and Nikki Cross gets out of the ring, and that's how not Candice, Kairi Sane wins the match, and she will face Shayna Baszler at NXT TakeOver Brooklyn 4. So we have our first official match announced. Pretty much it'll be those two at TakeOver Brooklyn 4. I look forward to see the rubber match between them. We'll see what happens. Still say it's going to be Shayna winning the match. I think she's going to keep the title until the War Games weekend. Either Dakota Kai or Candice LeRae would be the ones to throw her. I still prefer Dakota Kai, because of the story with her and Shayna since the beginning of their NXT days back in January. I think it would be a great way to culminate the story some way with Dakota overcoming Shayna and win the title, or it could be Candice LeRae also. As I said, what if Johnny Gargano and Candice LeRae win their titles the same night? It's something to definitely think about. But yep, and that was pretty much how we went off the air for NXT again. Not a bad episode, not one of my favorites though in recent memories, but again, the promos with War Raiders and Velveteen Dream and the main event kind of up my grade a little bit. So I was leaning towards a B- or a C+ at first, but after seeing the main event, I'll give it a B, a decent B for NXT this weekend. Let's check the live chat one more time. People say Ono isn't a great wrestler. Do they remember Chris Hero, who was the first? He was first. He is a top 20 wrestler. He's extremely underrated. I think Ono's a good wrestler. He just needs to be more than just crafty veteran putting over people. I feel they're going to start building the Street Profits up. I hope so, definitely. I haven't really done much of them this year. Montez Ford could be involved also with what and who took the pin. Candice LeRae was pinned. I think that Ono will beat another jobber in a few weeks, maybe. Who knows? But yeah, so that is pretty much it, guys, though, for this live of NXT. Again, I give it a B. Again, sorry this is late, but again, just be patient. The next couple weeks are kind of like my little summer vacation, pretty much, since my sister's in town. So if reviews come late, that's why. But so I want to again look at my suggestions for topics tonight for my top 10 special and see what I can come up with. If I don't come up with something clean tonight, then I'll just wait till tomorrow to do the special stream tomorrow. So we'll see what happens, guys. But yeah, I give NXT a B. So what grade would you give NXT? Your thoughts down in the comment section below. And as always, be sure to click my like and subscribe more content. Please click that like and subscribe more content to come to my channel. And follow me on Twitter at DemandedAirBody3. And guys, I'll see you guys in my next video, which will most likely be my special live stream of the week. So until then, guys, I am checking out. I will see you all later. Have a great night. Peace out, everybody.